Now let's check today's NBA highlights. First up, the Thunder clinched the NBA's best regular season record with a win over the Clippers to join some exclusive company. Next, Cunningham had 13 points and 10 assists in his return from a collapsed lung as the Pistons routed the Bucks on Wednesday night. Also, the NBA is looking into what team sources say was a strategy mistake by Kings coach Doug Christie and not tanking tactics during Tuesday's loss. Meanwhile, the Mavericks disputed Lakers coach J.J. Redick's claim that their medical team examined the wrong part of Austin Reeves' body when the guard received aid. Additionally, Lakers coach J.J. Redick subbed forward Jared Vanderbilt out of early in the second quarter, leading to a heated exchange between the two that Redick D. And the Spurs ruled Victor Wembanyama, bruised left rib, and Stephon Castle, sore right knee, out for their game Wednesday against the Trailblazers. First up, Jason Tatum said that although he's not thrilled to return to the arena where he tore an Achilles less than a year ago, he is aiming to treat Thursday. Next, Doc Rivers declined to give a definitive answer but spoke about his desire to spend more time with his grandchildren when he was asked Tuesday about age. That's your NBA update. Stay tuned for more. Moving on to European football news. First up, was Wednesday's 2-0 loss Liverpool's worst performance under Arne Slot? Our writers weigh in on that and all the other moments that mattered from the. Next, Liverpool escaped with a 2-0 loss versus PSG. But a second-leg comeback looks improbable. Also, Arne Slot said Liverpool still have hope of a Champions League fight back against Paris Saint-Germain, despite admitting his team were ripped apart. Meanwhile, Hansi Flick raged that Barcelona should have been given a penalty in Marc Pubill's send-off after his team crashed to a 2-0 defeat to Atletico Madrid. Additionally, Harry Maguire says it's vital Manchester United get their summer recruitment right while warning that he's seen players arrive during his time at Old. And Julian Alvarez has said he took a page out of Argentina teammate Lionel Messi's book for his stunning free kick at Camp Nou. First up, Paris Saint-Germain coach Luis Enrique said his side should have scored more after a dominant 2-0 win over Liverpool in the first leg of their Champions. Next, concerns about personal safety, visas, ticket prices, and U.S. government policies are topmost on international fans' minds as they weigh whether to TR. That's the latest from European football. Here's the latest from the NFL. First up, our NFL reporters answer questions for every team 2 weeks out from the draft, and our analysts weigh in with some new intel on picks and moves. Next, Falcons right tackle Caleb McGarry is retiring, agent Colin Roberts announced. Also, Raiders quarterback Kirk Cousins is aware that Las Vegas is expected to draft Fernando Mendoza and says he only wants to play if it's determined he's. Meanwhile, Falcons pass rusher James Pierce Jr. is not at the team's offseason workout program amid his legal problems, coach Kevin Stefanski told reporters when. Additionally, the Texans have exercised the 2027 fifth-year options for quarterback C.J. Stroud and All-Pro defensive end Will Anderson Jr., a source told ESPN's FI. And the Giants made an offensive line addition Wednesday, agreeing to a one-year deal with former Ravens guard Daniel Falale, according to NFL Network. First up, the Baltimore Ravens noticed a difference in quarterback Lamar Jackson when the two-time NFL Most Valuable Player reported for the start of offseason. Next, Giants coach John Harbaugh expressed optimism during a video call with reporters Tuesday that defensive lineman Dexter Lawrence too will remain with TH. That's all the big NFL news for today. Time for baseball, here's the MLB update. First up, teams with championship hopes are falling down our list while a number of surprising starts have boosted the status of other unexpected contenders in. Next, Braves right-hander Reynaldo Lopez and Angels outfielder Jorge Soler have each been suspended 7 games for their roles in a benches-clearing brawl. Also, rookie shortstop Connor Griffin and the Pirates are in agreement on a 9-year extension, locking up the top prospect in baseball less than a week AF. Meanwhile, Davey Lopez, a speedy 4-time All-Star who won the World Series with the Dodgers in 1981, died Wednesday at the age of 80 after dealing with Alzheimer's. Additionally, Orioles right-hander Zach Eflin had season-ending Tommy John surgery Wednesday. And CF Jake Myers, back tightness, and RHP Christian Javier, shoulder tightness, left with injuries for the Astros on Wednesday. First up, Royals ace Cole Reagan said he expects to make his next start after exiting Wednesday's 10-2 loss to the Guardians. Next, the White Sox have demoted struggling right-hander Shane Smith, their opening day starter, to the minors. And that's your MLB roundup. More sports coming up. And in combat sports news. First up, former UFC flyweight champion breaks a tie in the ESPN P4P rankings with spectacular knockout. Next, here's a look at every weight class to determine the best of the best in UFC, PFL, and beyond. Also, in a 16-fighter, NCAA tournament-style bracket, which MMA heavyweight would come out on top? Meanwhile, former UFC fighter Darren Till has signed a multi-fight deal with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and is set to debut on May 30th at BKFC 90 inside Beat. Additionally, Renato Moicano dominated American top team teammate Chris Duncan on Saturday, submitting him by rear naked choke in the second round of their UFC main. And a minor injury to UFC flyweight champ Joshua Van has postponed his title defense against Tatsuro Taira to UFC 328 on May 9, officials announced on Saturday. First up, Colby Covington has filed a lawsuit against UFC rival Jorge Masvidal over a 2022 attack that took place in Miami. Next, Nate Diaz said he'd prefer to challenge for the UFC's BMF title, instead of trying to kill off Conor McGregor in a blockbuster trilogy bout. That's the latest from the Octagon. Don't go anywhere.